It was the 10th anniversary of Grand Prix. Now, during those 10 years, one of the programme's most popular features has been its theme music, the evocative strains of The Chain, written and played by these world-famous people, Fleetwood Mac. Now, this is the first time in 10 years that Fleetwood Mac have been back to the UK, so it's my pleasure to thank them on behalf of Grand Prix fans everywhere for all the enjoyment they've given us and for some wonderful music.
Everybody's travelling. Fleetwood Mac are off on the European leg of their world tour, and the Grand Prix teams are here in Mexico for round 4 of the championship and the first of a 3-race series on the other side of the Atlantic. The most important thing about Mexico is that the circuit is 7,000 feet above sea level, which gives the turbo cars an even bigger power advantage. The circuit's bumpy, it's hot, and it's going to be a very gruelling race. With 2 wins and a second from 3 races, Alain Prost's already looking good for a 3rd World Championship in a McLaren that's the class of the field. But with Berger second and Ferrari a lot more competitive here, Senna is desperate for points to improve on his 3rd place ahead of Piquet's Lotus, Alboretto's Ferrari and Derek Warwick's Arrows. In the Constructors' Championship, McLaren, with Prost and Senna and a 13-point lead over Ferrari, look unbeatable. Amazingly, Frenchman Philippe Alliot will be driving in the Mexican Grand Prix in spite of this horrific accident when, in yesterday's practice, he lost his Lola Ford on the notorious 160 miles an hour pits turn. Incredibly, Philippe, only just recovered from a similar crash at Monaco, was unhurt. And to an inquiring Nigel Mansell, who went off in exactly the same place last year, it was thumbs up from Philippe. There, in pole position, the imperturbable, we thought, Ayrton Senna, until Monaco 2 weeks ago, when he amazed everybody by making a mistake in the closing stages of the race with a very secure lead and completely blew it. That is Alain Prost, the world champion of 1985 and 1986, second on the grid, leading the championship this year. 3rd is Gerhard Berger, but much closer in terms of time to the McLarens than he has been in the past. There is Nelson Piquet, 4th position on the grid, much better than he was at Monaco. After an aborted first start, the Mexico Grand Prix is hopefully now going to get away with Philippe Alliot on the back rank of the grid after having had trouble earlier on. Senna in pole position on the left. Prost in 2nd position on the right. Is going to be a 67-lap race now, reduced from the originally intended 68 laps. It's hot, it's humid, it's a very demanding track, especially that corner in the background. And now it's go again, and we've got him away cleanly this time. Senna leads, and Piquet comes screaming up. Alliot gets away in the background, and Prost goes through and takes the lead. Piquet goes up into 2nd place. Senna goes down to 3rd position, and Piquet is higher up now than he has been this season as he goes into turn 1.
And there seemed to be a bit of bumping and boring going on round towards the back of the field then at the start. but I'm going to have to wait for a replay to sort that out. And we think that Sala was involved in that bit, and there were yellow flags copiously. So Prost made a very good start, got the run down to the first corner, and Piquet showing a bit of aggression there, and that's got him into second place.
And Nakajima is ahead of both the Ferraris. He's got ahead of Gerhard Berger, who was third on the grid. He's got ahead of Alboreto, who was fifth on the grid. Prost is already building up a lead. Piquet is second. Senna is in third position. Nakajima is fourth. And then the two Ferraris. And it's an amazing achievement by Satoru Nakajima. This is certainly the highest that he's been in a Grand Prix at this stage of a race. And already Alain Prost has got the hammer well and truly down, and Ayrton Senna goes for second position and takes it from Piquet third, Nakajima fourth, then the two Ferraris, then it's Eddie Cheever and Derek Warwick and the two Benettons.
And Prost will be disappointed now. He's got a chance to look in his mirrors, and he'll see straight away that Ayrton Senna has slipped by Piquet going into the quick one onto the to complete the lap, and he might have just been hoping, although he certainly won't have banked on it, to have a few laps respite in which to build up a bit of a cushion to give Senna something to shoot at. But the two McLarens back in the positions to which we've already become accustomed this season, and their dominance may not be quite as great here as it has been. Nakajima having an absolutely storming race.
And you saw Philippe Alliot go into the pits. The leading Ferrari in fifth place is that of Gerhard Berger, and Alain Prost is showing that he is not to be overlooked. He is a long, long way from being yesterday's man, which some people thought he was in comparison with Senna, notwithstanding the fact that he's leading the World Championship. 2 laps completed. Alain Prost leads. Senna is second. We have yet to see this season a real battle between Prost and Senna on the track. Well, Alain